welcome back to Germany. It's Cup semi-final day. Hang on, I've just got some. Oh, we've got some scouting reports that I won't really look at particularly. I mean, Hanover or Eintracht Frankfurt would have been preferable, but we've got Bayern because, of course, we have. Actually, just a quick little catch up on what's happened in between. We drew 3-3 with Hertha in another absolutely classic tonal whiplash game. 2-0 up with goals that basically hit the person who scored them and then either just bounced in or were then hit in by them. Ozun's definitely looked like he handled it, but never mind. Then we threw that lead away. Then we got another one as Litvinov smacked in a screamer, and within 4 minutes that lead had gone as well. So really could have done with beating Hertha. And then Real Madrid, Vinicius Junior scored after 30 seconds and then scored again after 9 minutes, and it was like, oh dear, how bad is this going to get? And then we scored 2 goals in 2 minutes in the second half and actually earned a draw. And we weren't the worst beaten side in the quarterfinals. Juventus got beaten 7-2 on aggregate, and we only got beaten 6-2, so better than Juventus. And then against Hamburg, we did alright in the first half. We led at half time. We dominated the first 15 minutes of the second half. And then apparently we gave up. And Hamburg equalised, probably with the only team looking like they might win it. And it's another draw from a winning position. And we just keep on dropping points from leading positions. It's just... Yeah, this team really needs a revamp, and I really need to get to the end of the season. With that in mind, just before we get to the cup game, unless we win this and get to the cup final, this will probably be the last game you see this season. I will do a bit of a roundup of what happens in the last 4 games, but I don't think we're going anywhere. Nothing really should happen, he says. Fingers crossed, because we are now only 6 points away from the relegation playoff place, Hertha having won their last game out. So we might get dragged in it. If we get dragged into it, then obviously we'll see what happens from that, and you might see other things. But the plan at the moment is that you won't see any more league action this season. Put it that way. Right, let's have a look then. What have we got? We have done well in the games we've played against Bayern so far. We beat them in the Champions League. We drew with them in the league. Both of those were at home, I think. So this one is said to be away. Why are you so annoyed at the team lineup? None of you are any good anyway. Most of you are leaving, if I get my way, because I don't want you here. Yeah, I've got all these draws. Right, nobody's expecting anything. You seem to love having no pressure on you. Right, okay. Chan is completely unmoved by me saying I trust him to do the business. Okay then. Maybe I don't. What about that? Still no response. Oh, Ansu Fati. Yes. We were talking about him earlier, my nephew and I. And how he never really has come as good as they were saying he would be, whereas Lamine Yamal might well do. Ooh. Okay, I mean there are slight changes. Oh no, that's not a great ball. Right, well, I mean this is basically a free hit for us, nothing to lose. Not expecting us to do anything, as long as we don't get slaughtered and destroy the team morale. Go on. Oh, go on. Got to get in there. Nick that ball. Nick that ball. Oh, no, you've committed yourself and you've not won it. That's good. Oh, he's done him. He's absolutely done him and he's missed it. Oh, my word. Oh, dear. Right, let's throw out some early encouragement, because we are getting dominated, shall we say. Not in a good way. Okay, I mean, neither team's really stepping up as yet. Okay, he's taking the short one. Barker, Litvinov. Oh, really needed a repeat of the finish he got against Herta. Although that would have given us another lead to throw away, so maybe not. Maybe what we need to do is just like cling on in games until like the 92nd minute and then score one. And it's a tactic that undoubtedly would work, but unfortunately you've got to get through that first 92 minutes, and that's where the difficult bit comes. Although, again, we are holding our own against quality opposition. Certainly quality German opposition, we seem to be able to do that against. So much in Europe, I mean Real Madrid showed that, but then, you know, that was the B team basically, that was the reserves. We basically just threw that, and I honestly don't think the first team would have done much better. Okay. Let me just check something. Yeah, that's because the Real Madrid game, I did switch it to key highlights, although I've played one since then, and it was, yeah, it must have been on fun. Sorry, I don't know why I checked that. I should have had confidence that I changed it back again. Right, well, alright then, go on. Play for set pieces. Oh, okay. Tavares didn't fancy getting that ball, so he doesn't really want it, I don't think, Boyomo. Give it to someone else. There you go. That's better. Oh, no, it's coming back this way again. Tavares is hiding behind the man marking him just to make sure. Campos! Oh, he saved it. He saved it, and he shouldn't have given him the chance to. Oh, I mean, Chanuzun is not really used to playing up front at the moment because I've changed his position. I've switched a few of them around. I'm trying to put people in natural positions for them and then use their sort of talents from there. Right, go out there and play without any pressure. You seem to like that sort of thing. Right, let's go. We've got to the half time. It's goalless. As long as we don't have a disastrous second half. Said, clinging firmly onto the wooden top of his desk, although it's not really wooden, I don't think, so that may not work. Ooh. Nearly slipped that up. Bassi, Henningsen, back to Bassi, into Henningsen. Is this actually a genuine highlight, or are we just watching quite a bit of the opening bit? Oh, hello, Campos. Chan. Oh, tackled. Tackled at the last, couldn't quite reel away. He's not having a good game. And there's the first goal. All too easy. So what happens here? Musiala just plays it in. Zaire Emery. Nobody near him. Absolutely nobody near him. Right, Bassi and Chan are having bad days up there. Bassi's kind of recovering. Chan is not. So, right, let's get him on. Okay, I didn't realise Edson Almeida was actually that done in, basically, but he's going to go up there anyway. Why not at this point? Okay, Tavares is not having a great game either. Matias Gomez can go on. Matias Gomez is one of those ones I'm having to put them in their natural position thing because we just don't really have any other decent right backs. We've got someone else whose natural position is a right back, but he can't like sort of do the dribbling and stuff that is required of the position as we play it. So unfortunately, Solmer is not going to get that. Fatty looked offside there to me. Apparently he wasn't. I'm entirely sure how we were playing him onside there. Right, I'm going to demand more again, boys, because you didn't respond last time. You just played badly again for 10 minutes. So, do you think we could not do that? I realise they're better than us. They should be. They're top, I think, still. And, you know, we have been distinctly disappointing, even with the talent we've actually got, which never plays to that talent level. But then a lot of them hopefully won't be here next season to not play to that talent level. If you're going to do something, Bayern, can you get on with it? Thank you. I mean, look at that. We're just getting basically dominated. They're just absolutely cruising, aren't they? At the moment. And all the highlights are one-way traffic. I mean, it doesn't help that the likes of Campos are back defending on the edge of their own box. It's not really where he's at his best, quite frankly. Here we go. It's a chance for a counter. Oh, for heaven's sake. Either play the pass with a bit more pace on it or run Litvin off. Oh, my word. Right, well, that's the cup gone. That is the cup gone because we're not coming back from this because we just aren't doing anything, are we? Literally aren't doing anything at all. Right, Bassi is playing badly, so he may as well come off. Oh, good. Gomez is playing just as badly as the bloke. Well, actually, even worse than the bloke he came on for. So that's useful. Glad about that. Right, Toro can come on for Bioma, who's also doing nothing useful. And Campos is basically dead, so he may as well come off as well. Right, there we go. 20 minutes to go. Absolutely no hope. Quick berate, just for old time's sake. And hopefully, specifically in the direction of whichever Pratt was involved in that. I think it was Campos and Litvinov, wasn't it? Was it Campos? Well, I can berate him on the bench then, can't I? Him nice and close to me and bellow in his ear for being a prat. Ugh. We've been doing that all the time I've been here, basically creating our own problems. Most of the goals we conceded because of a sloppy pass in midfield and then the defence is just all over the shop. Because they're not expecting someone to be a complete idiot. I'm not sure why. They should be at this point. It's basically standard operating procedure. Oh, beautifully done, Moreira. Yeah, well done. Love it. Loving your work. Just, you know, give the ball back to them. I was going to say, Bayern, can you get on with it, please? If you're going to actually forge an attack, just forge an attack. There you go, see? You could have done that ages ago, couldn't you? Please tell me you didn't knock that out. Because it looked like that was their throw after that. Why would you touch it? Just shepherd it out. I mean, we're on attacking. I can't really do much more because very attacking never really works. And we're only going to get slaughtered at the back anyway. But, I mean, that second half was just awful, wasn't it? Absolutely awful. Look at this momentum graph. We haven't even got going in the second half at all. And I am going to shout at them for that. Because basically they've just given it to Bayern by not actually showing up for the second half of the game. We were in this in the first half. We were matching them. We were there. And then we just apparently left 45 minutes early. Revealing the twist ending, or missing the twist reveal, rather. See, I can't even speak English. Well, we all know I can't speak English. Right, no, you didn't give it your best effort, did you? You gave it your best effort 45 minutes and then you just wandered off. You get stuck in the queue for the toilets or something. Right, I'm not happy with your performance. See, and you all know that I'm not happy with that performance and I'm going to tell specific ones of you who I don't think played well enough. Just exactly who I think I'm not happy with the performance of. Right, furious with all of you. Appear to lack belief. You also appear to lack talent, Zhang In-Su. Right, well, that will be the last piece of match footage you will see for the season. The next thing you will see is me wrapping up what actually happens, with the possible caveat, of course, that any more displays like that second half, and we will be in the relegation playoff, possibly the relegation zone itself, although I don't know if that's actually mathematically possible anymore. Fingers crossed it isn't, because the boys seem to want to go down. Okay, well, as you can see, the end of the season was hardly spectacular. This was really annoying. Two very late goals in a game that otherwise we were the better side, generally speaking, but just didn't convert any chances and got beaten. Freiburg, another one. We took the lead, didn't get the second goal, got beaten. Eintracht Frankfurt, we were the better side for certainly the first half, I think. And, well, basically the first hour, and then conceded a goal, got beaten. The one bright spot, the derby game with Köln, which, as you'll remember, we were so awful in that first game in charge against Köln. But we got revenge. We beat them 3-0. It was an excellent performance. We were very good. Just getting a bit of refreshment. It's been a long old session. And yeah, I have tweaked the tactic a little bit again. And this is the tactic that I want to be basing my transfers around this summer. 2 fullbacks on attack, a deep line playmaker on defence in the defensive midfield slot, feeding sort of like 2 central midfielders on attack who are going to sort of push into this area, a couple of inside forwards who are going to sort of move in a little bit there, false 9 dropping deep and feeding those 4, and hopefully these 2 sort of like getting down to the byline as well and cutting it back to a lot of people in that box. We are going attacking, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully with a few people sort of more tailor-made for what I actually want to do, we'll be fine. We'll have a quick look at the squad. Daniel Arango is out on loan. He will be coming back, and he can play the false 9 position that I want to use. So hopefully he will be useful for us. Sander and Dubuc, I had a thought about maybe selling one of them, probably Theo Sander, because Dubuc seems to be improving and is the younger one, and there's not much between them, and overall his average rating was better this season. But my one concern is I don't know whether that was just because he was the one playing against easier opposition and whether that's influenced it at all. But I've decided to probably just keep them both, and we'll have them battle it out. With the option that we've always got Theo Sander, who is under contract for another couple of years. We can sell him if Dubuc suddenly really sort of comes on. He is the younger one, so maybe he will. Right backs, Joe Scally, we are going to be probably using a bit more than I did, because I really sort of like left him as the third choice, but he probably actually is just about the best right back we've got. Tavares will be his backup. Out on the left, we are going to need a bit of an influx there, because we're only going to have Angel Pastor. Yang In-soo is on loan. He will go back to Manchester United. We are not paying anything for him. Not the 90 million they want. And Derek Köln has decided to retire, which is fine by me. He was out of contract at the end of the season anyway. Now, centre-back wise, we have got quite a few who can play the just normal central defender role. Barker is obviously the first choice there. Asaba and Toro, perfectly valid backups. Litvinov, I'm going to drop back into the other centre-back role, and he's a very good ball-playing defender, but we are going to need some sort of backup in that role. Fortunately, because we have no real limitation on the actual squad size, I might well just be able to sort of like fill my boots, as it were, as far as backups are concerned, and make sure I've got plenty. And they can always be made available for the B team anyway. Obviously, Boyomo will be going back to where he came from. Now, the deep line playmaker role, that's going to be probably Bernal with Gomez as the backup. Urbanski is probably going to be sold. So maybe we'll look for another deep line playmaker, or maybe we'll bring someone up from the B team to be sort of like the third choice there, and they can probably just keep playing for the B team if they're not, if these two are fit and healthy. But Matias Gomez will at last be playing in a position he's actually natural at, because we were playing him right back, which may well help him out. Central midfield, we are really short on numbers. Levi obviously is going back where he came from. Julio Gonzalez just is not really good enough at what we want them to do. Henningsen and Ellertson are fine, so we are going to need probably 3 central midfielders to come in. So what am I looking at so far? I'm looking at least 1 centre back, a left back, 3 central midfielders. So I'm looking at 5 to come in. Obviously, we'll raise a little bit with Julio Gonzalez, but not much. Campos, at the moment, I'm probably looking at keeping as an inside forward, dropping it back to the support role. He hasn't overly impressed me, certainly with his attitude he hasn't. You have to be very careful with Campos praising him when he's training, because he will complain that you praise him too much, which is just baffling to me that anyone ever says that. On the other side, Bassi and Moreira will still be there. Moreira, he's got a very big wage, but he is supposed to be pretty good, so we'll see. I mean, his average rating over the course of the season just over a 7, so our season was obviously not really down to him. And Bassi has proved decent as a backup, so I'm kind of happy with what we've got on the left. All of which means that the likes of Kylian Sauk, who really just plays central midfield and attacking midfield, and if you look at what it takes to play central midfielder on attack, he doesn't have the teamwork or the work rate or the tackling that I really would want from someone in that role. Plenty of the other things, very good, but he's just not good enough at those. I mean, he's consistent, which is fine, but he's also, about 40 million quid's worth of value there, and I want to cash in on that potentially, and frees up a decent bit of wage as well. And then up front, obviously with the false 9, Uzun can play false 9. Edson Almeida can't really play it, so we'll probably be looking to get rid of him. He's not going to bring us much in. But Emil Agbor also cannot really play it. It's certainly his worst thing. He's not a great passer. He lacks teamwork. I mean, he is fantastic at so many things, apparently, but we just never saw it. He's slightly injury prone as well, and he's worth about 50 million. So, with the people I want to get rid of, I reckon I'm looking at maybe 100 million in sales if I can get rid of them for the sort of price that I'm hoping for. And that will provide us with a lot of cash to spend on those that we need. We need a really sort of like starting striker, because Uzun and Arango are probably okay for backup, but I need someone who can start there. So I'll probably need about 7 players, so we're probably looking at maybe like 15 million or so each. So I'm going to be kind of bargain hunting as well. But yeah, it's going to be a busy old summer. So that's the plans for the squad, assuming of course I don't get sacked, because the board were very unhappy that we failed to finish in the top half. Fortunately we passed the other 2, so I should be okay. They haven't said anything yet, and you would have thought maybe they'd have said something by now, because the season has officially finished. Well, at least the regular league season has. There's relegation playoffs and stuff. But anyway, assuming I am still here come the start of the new season, that's the plan going forward, to rebuild the side around this tactic. And yeah, it's going to be, like I say, a busy summer. But after a disappointing time here so far, hoping for better things next season. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I will stop waffling on now, and looking forward to seeing you in the new season. Bye bye for now.